On March 15, 2025, the world witnessed a security blunder of epic proportions. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, in a move that can only be described as a masterclass in digital incompetence, accidentally texted top-secret military plans to the wrong Signal group chat. Yes, you read that right. This wasn't just any group chat, though. It included Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of Hegseth's text message contained highly sensitive information about upcoming US airstrikes against Houthi targets in Yemen. We're talking targets, weapon systems, attack sequencing, the whole 9 yards. And to add insult to injury, the first bombs dropped just 2 hours after Hegseth hit send. Talk about awkward timing. Now let's rewind a bit. Yemen has been embroiled in a brutal civil war for years. The Houthis, a rebel group backed by Iran, have been battling the Yemeni government, which is supported by a Saudi-led coalition. The conflict has created a humanitarian catastrophe, with millions of people facing starvation and disease. The situation escalated dramatically in late 2023 when the Houthis launched a series of attacks on international shipping lanes and, surprisingly, Israel. This came on the heels of Hamas's incursion into southern Israel, demonstrating a worrying level of coordination between these groups. The Biden administration struggled to contain the Houthi threat, and when Trump returned to office, he vowed to take a much more aggressive approach. As you can imagine, the accidental text leak sent shockwaves through Washington. Hegseth, in a move that surprised absolutely no one, immediately went into denial mode. He claimed that he would never ever send classified information over an unsecured channel like Signal, because that would be crazy, right? He blamed the media for blowing the whole thing out of proportion and accused them of trying to undermine his impeccable record as Defense Secretary. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, bless her heart, also jumped into the fray, assuring the public that no classified information had been compromised. She insisted that President Trump had complete confidence in his national security team, even though they couldn't tell a secure communication channel from a hole in the ground. Trump, never one to miss an opportunity to insert himself into a crisis, initially feigned ignorance about the whole affair. "Nobody told me about it," he whined to reporters. Later, he downplayed the incident, calling it a minor misunderstanding. He even had the audacity to praise Hegseth for his strong leadership during this difficult time. You know, because accidentally leaking war plans is a sign of a true leader. The fallout from the text leak was swift and brutal. The Senate Intelligence Committee immediately launched an investigation and called on key national security officials to testify. National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, looking like he hadn't slept in days, admitted that he had accidentally added Jeffrey Goldberg's number to the Signal group chat. He claimed it was an honest mistake, but nobody was buying it. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard and CIA Director John Ratcliffe also testified before the committee, attempting to assure everyone that no classified material had been compromised. They argued that the information in Hegseth's text message was already known to the Houthis and that the leak hadn't jeopardized any ongoing operations. However, their assurances rang hollow, especially given the timing of the airstrikes. The Hegseth text leak raised serious concerns about the use of Signal, an end-to-end encrypted messaging app, for official government communications. While Signal is generally considered more secure than standard texting, it's not foolproof. Hackers have been known to exploit vulnerabilities in Signal's encryption, and the app itself has been the target of government surveillance efforts. The fact that Hegseth and other high-ranking officials were using Signal to discuss sensitive military operations, even if they believed it to be secure, was a major red flag. It highlighted a dangerous complacency within the Trump administration when it came to cybersecurity and the handling of classified information. The Hegseth text leak quickly became a political football, with Democrats and Republicans trading barbs over who was to blame. Democrats seized on the incident as evidence of the Trump administration's incompetence and recklessness. They called for a full investigation into the matter and demanded Hegseth's resignation. Republicans, as usual, were more divided in their response. Some, like House Speaker Mike Johnson, downplayed the incident, calling it a nothing burger. Others expressed concern but stopped short of calling for Hegseth's head. The incident exposed the deep partisan divisions within Congress and the public's eroding trust in the government's ability to keep them safe. Beyond the political fallout, the Hegseth text leak also raised serious legal questions. The incident potentially violated the Espionage Act, which criminalizes the unauthorized removal or disclosure of national defense information. While it's unlikely that Hegseth will face espionage charges, the incident highlights the importance of handling classified information with extreme care. The Hegseth text leak is a cautionary tale about the challenges of secure communication in the digital age. It serves as a stark reminder that even the most sophisticated encryption technologies are only as strong as the people using them. And when those people are as careless and incompetent as Pete Hegseth, well, let's just say it's probably a good idea to keep your head down and your phone on silent. You never know when the next top-secret text message might accidentally land in your inbox.